we're helping you target the Long Island consumer by defining who that is. Dr. Joel Evans of Hofstra University simplifies the demographics in today's In the Spotlight. Thanks for joining us, Dr. Evans.
Sure.
Today we're talking about marketing, in particular with respect to Long Island. So describe for me the typical Long Island customer compared to, let's say, 10 or 20 years ago.
Well, the Long Island customer in general, what's remained the same is that the middle class on Long Island is more affluent than the middle class pretty much throughout the United States. In Nassau County, the average household, the median income is about $100,000. In Suffolk County, it's about $90,000. Nationwide, it's a little over $55,000. So we still have a large affluent population on Long Island. What's changed is that the population has gotten older. In Nassau County, the average is over 40. Suffolk County, it's 39, both of which are higher than the U.S. average. We have more younger people when they graduate from school are moving out of the area. The birth rate is down, so that means that there are less children that are feeding through the schools, which has an impact. And there is a lot more variety of senior type housing that's being built, a lot of residential living. That's been huge. That's probably the biggest area of residential housing in the last 5 or 10 years.
So for the small business owner, how can they benefit from this kind of information, these demographics?
Well, first of all, they should understand that Long Islanders do have money. It's been a tough time because of the economy for everybody. So people have, because of the fact that we have high real estate taxes, we have high mortgages, people are still concerned. But people, the middle class on Long Island is still affluent, but people are older. So that means we need to appeal more to the needs of older people. Pharmacies have already been shifting their product mix. Supermarkets are changing their mix, not only to older people, but people of the baby boomer generation are much more health conscious than people of their parents' generation, which means healthy foods, gyms, all kinds of services like that, activities that people are involved in become important.
Is the Long Island consumer more affluent? The richer are getting richer, so we need to keep that in mind?
I think that the middle class on Long Island probably still has its same position. Again, people, because of the recession, may have somewhat more debt, be more conservative. Their mortgages may have been higher, maybe higher because they had to refinance. So I think there are those issues. But if you look back over the last 10 or 15 years on Long Island and you look at the real estate development, you look at the Nordstrom coming to Long Island. You look at the upgrading of Walt Whitman. You look at the upgrading of Smith Haven Mall. You look at the upgrading of Roosevelt Field. That's all evidence of the fact that the Long Island consumer still is somebody who is willing to buy prestige brands and pay, above average. So from the point of view of the small business, what they need to do is to emphasize what they've always emphasized, which is the personal touch. You can't compete with the large firm in terms of price or even selection, but what you can do is emphasize the service. You can turn the smaller space into a positive because it means a person doesn't have to spend an hour and a half going through the store to shop. You can turn the smaller assortment into a positive by making it more tailored so a person doesn't feel like they're going through 20 different racks looking for clothing. So there are a lot of things that we can do to personalize. Small businesses also usually have better parking. So you're right up in front at the curb versus Roosevelt Field where you may feel like you're walking half a mile to get to the store.